All right, live and direct, live and direct. It's been a while, been a while. All right, so 2024, guys, 2024. New plans for the store. Plan on getting things back going. It's been a while, man. Been a while. I've been debating on what I was going to do with the store. And to be honest with you guys, for most of 2023, I didn't really do a lot with the store. And even when I left the job for the last 7 months, I've been working on other income streams and other things because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with the store. That was the whole thing. I didn't know if I wanted to keep it. I was working very hard on trying to put some things in place with some digital plays to see if I can maybe get out of physical products. Um, yeah, but the more I kept looking at things, I kept telling myself that I at least needed to keep the store going on a part-time basis. And then you know how you had that thing in the back of your head. I had always thought when I was working a job, I had always thought that I was like, man, if I had the time to really work on the store, I bet you I could take this thing to another level. And I had a lot of plans, a lot of things that I was thinking about. First of all, one of it was growing the size of my store from right around 1,000 items up to 5 or even 10,000 items. Another thing was moving more into trying to mess with specialty apparel, more vintage, more hard to find, unique items. So that way I could take my price up and my average profit would be higher. I thought about testing out buying and selling new apparel, new shoes. I had done that, I think, back in 2022 and 2021. And to be honest with you, everything went good. It's just that with that particular business model, it's more capital intensive than it is the one where I go to the bins and stuff like that. Because if I'm buying new stuff, I'm doing retail arbitrage. So I'm going into the stores and I'm trying to locate certain items that are undervalued that the stores have cheap that I can actually put on my store and sell for higher. The way I did it when I did it in 2021, 2022, I caught some closeout deals and some clearance deals at the retail store. So I was thinking about that. Another thing I was thinking about doing was maybe getting off into like the hat game also, getting off into something like that. Maybe focusing on other things that I could sell around the clothing I was selling. Another thought I had for the store was maybe creating my own designs and selling those. So that way, when I did a listing for a particular shirt, I didn't have to constantly go back in. I could constantly sell and sell because I was creating those. And actually, you guys can't see it, but up here in the office, I have the vinyl cutter, the heat press, and everything set up here. And if I do go that route with the store of adding some of those kind of items to the store, I've already set it up with suppliers to where I can get the designs made. Then what we'll do is we would print them out here, cut them on the vinyl cutter, press them up, affix them to shirts, so that way we can kind of see what the design is going to look like. And then I got certain suppliers that would actually screen print the designs on the transfers. And then all we have to do is apply them, heat press them when we get an order. So I'm thinking about that. Another thing I thought about too was, man, getting off into some other niches inside of e-commerce. Um, I have an Amazon account that I used to sell on before I got heavier into the clothing, that I'm thinking about waking that thing back up and seeing what I could do with that, and maybe expanding what Trade Hippo carries. Now, another ideal I had for the store was I own a domain called Trade Depot, DEPOT. And one of my thoughts last year when I was thinking about was I going to continue with the store and I was still at the job. One of my thoughts was to take Trade Depot and use that as the division for things that are not apparel, right? So keep Trade Hippo like it is, but then go out and launch Trade Depot, and that's where I could sell everything else that's not clothing. So I was thinking about that. I have a lot of thoughts, man. I have a lot of thoughts for the store, for the e-commerce company in general. Let's don't just say store. Let's say company in general that I was playing with. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm still everything is still up in the air for 2024. But one thing I am going to do, one thing I am going to do, and I've been thinking about this. I am going to get that store back alive. I'm going to get it back going again. So I'm probably going to be investing, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours a day. I'm starting to just pump out a lot of listings, try to get it back alive, get it back going again, and then I guess I'll see from there. You know, because the crazy thing is this is the crazy thing, guys. I looked at a lot of different business models out here, and I really, like I said, I've been really looking at digital. I love the concept of digital, selling things digitally where you don't have to constantly rebuy and stuff like that. But with the game that I'm in right now, with this whole clothing game, buying and selling gently used and vintage apparel, it's really hard to put this. It's really hard to shut this business down. It's really hard not to do it because, to be honest with you, once you'd have did the legwork, like, you know, I'm 6 years into this store, 6 years into it. In all 6 years, most of my time has been very part time, a side hustle, and I haven't gave it full time attention, right? Full time effort, things like that. And I was sitting here and I was just wondering. I was like, okay, part of me, you know, want to see what I can really do with it. How big can I grow it? And the only thing that bothers me that I have a problem with is that doing them listings, man, that stuff after a while it drives me crazy because it's so repetitive. If it wasn't for that aspect of the business, I would be game on it because I love the hunt. I love going out and digging and finding unique vintage items, bringing them back, cleaning them, rescuing them, and then having customers that buy them, that want that particular item. You know, you feel like you're doing something the for the world, and at the same time, man, you putting a customer who really wants that item in to connect with that item. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy because I be thinking about this a lot when I be out. You know, I told my wife I've sold right at almost 2,000 and something items on my store as I've been doing this side hustle, right? And that's without me doing hardly any work, guys. I haven't done a lot of effort. My business could have been 10 times as big as it was if I'd really been at it. But like I said, I did it as a side hustle, as a hobby almost. But I still was able to sell over 2,000 items. And the crazy thing, I was down in the warehouse the other day and I was looking at it. And I was like, damn, I still got almost 1,000 items on that store. And I haven't listed anything on that store, I know, for the last 8 months. And even before then, I had only listed a little bit in the 4 months at the beginning of the year. And that store still makes a sale here and there consistently. And I keep telling myself, man, where would this thing be at if I was to throw attention back at it again? And it's a good brand. It's a good concept, good idea, proven. You know, when you just sold over 2,000 items, you know, you got to think about that. One, two, three. That's a lot of validation, right? And there's a lot that I could do with the brand, man. There's a lot I could do with the store. Now, I'm not sure if I really want to do it full time, but I can give it some part time effort. And where I was going with that, I was down in the warehouse yesterday and I was looking at things. I was walking around and I looked at the store. My store still has about 970 items still on the store. All right. I probably have about another 400 items here at the warehouse that I need to get listed. And everything that I would need to get that thing back up and going again is there. It's all sitting there. It's all ready, just waiting on me. You know, and yeah. And so what I'm gonna do is I wanted to shoot this video, and I want to just come back on live and just shoot a video, letting you guys know that you're gonna start seeing a lot of more content coming down the pipeline from Trade Hippo. You know, I gave it almost a year. I've been off for almost a year, guys. You haven't seen a lot. You see me post when I will sell something every now and then, but you haven't seen a lot of content. But I got a lot of content planned for you guys. And we're going to see where this goes. I'm not going to promise anything, but we're going to see where it goes. I'm going to throw some creativity at this and see what we can get going with this. I've never attempted to do this when I didn't have a job over my head. So now that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, been that for about almost 8 months now, got all that out of my system, all that job thing out of my system, where my head's a lot freer and things like that. I'm curious to see what we can do with this, and I have some ideas, and so we're gonna see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start shooting content. You guys are gonna be able to be I'm connected with that via the Facebook pages, so I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. And let me kind of just show you guys the store so you can see where we're at right now. All right, so you guys are at the store, and I got to do some redesign on this. I'm thinking about doing something different with the logo, with the whole Trade Hippo logo. So we're gonna see on that. I'm gonna do a redesign on this. This banner I just put up probably about 4 months ago. So we're going to do something here with some call to actions and things like that on top of that, just to kind of be a little bit more salesy with when people hit that. All right. What I did was also I added this Meet the Founder. This is a video that I put here for people to be able to meet me, but I think I'm gonna shoot this over again because I have a different message I want to communicate when a person comes there. So I'm going to reshoot that, but that's got video on there. This right here, I've been updating the site here and there over the last year. I was changing out pictures and things like that. I'm thinking about doing something different in this space here. You know, this is our mission statement and what we stood for. I got a few things I'm thinking about doing with that. I need to update these pictures. Now, these pictures are damn near 5 years old when I first started selling. And so I need to update these. I want to do that. Then let's go here. All right. So here is the corporate page for my LLC. I want to make some updates here, add some more pictures, things here on this, get that updated. We have everything in place still. You know, I still got the virtual office, still got the 800 numbers. Everything is already still set up as far as that part of the business. The eBay store, like I said, I've sold over 90. It's pretty close to 2,000, but they don't change it until you hit a 400. All right. So 96 followers. I still got 976 items on the store. A lot of stuff, and like I said, a lot of stuff that needs to go up. So right now I'm not running any promotions or any sales. So the store is a lot slower. It's slow already because I haven't done any listings, man, in almost a year. So it's been real slow, but it's super slow now. But that's going to all pick up as I get going with things. So we're going to get this back going, get that back popped. Let's see. I want to do something with the Facebook page. Let's see. A lot of this, man, I haven't been on here in a while. Yeah. So we're gonna do something with this too. I'm gonna get this pumped up here. See something here that says not applicable by my address. I gotta fix all that. Yeah, fix all that and figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, so we're gonna get this page pumped back up. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up, take a lot of stuff off of it that don't need to be on here. And then a lot of this video content is gonna be housed here on this page. So we'll do that, get that going again. All right, Instagram. Same thing with Instagram. I'm gonna get over here. Show my man cave. I'm gonna clean these two off here, and get back to posting on here. So we got 1,300 followers on there. All our information is here. Yeah, we'll get back to posting on here, get this pumped up. Now I'm really curious about this because there's a lot of people that sell directly from their Instagrams. And I was going to try some of that as I get more into a lot more of the vintage stuff. But I'm going to try to do that, and I'll let you guys know what that looks like. I think I tried it on a couple things on here. I I can't remember which ones it was though that I did that on there. Yeah, I can't remember which ones it was. But there's a way you could do it. Another thing I'm gonna do is start going live on Instagram. I'm gonna start doing that. But we have a pretty good Instagram page. I just need to get it back going again. So guys, a lot of I have a lot in place still. Now TikTok, I'm gonna have to clean it up because this is where I've been testing out a whole lot of different stuff at. So at first I was talking about reselling her, then I got off into doing a lot of digital things like that. So here on TikTok, I'm gonna have to come over here and clean it back up and get it back to where I'm just talking about the warehouse and things like that. So we'll be doing that, getting the TikTok popping again. But I've been testing some things on TikTok over here, just really trying to see what that's all about. All right, guys. So that's it. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. We got everything in place that we need to make this happen and to do this. And so you guys are going to see more content coming. I haven't decided on how much I'm going to commit to it, but I know if I had to if I had to guess right now, I'm gonna give it 5 hours a day, every day, leading until probably the summertime. And then once we do that, we'll see what it looks like after. Because even with those 5 hours, I got my other businesses that I run, and them 5 hours will usually be early because since I worked that night shift at work, even though I was on days before I quit, I'm still on that night shift schedule. If I go to bed early, I'm still getting up around 2 o'clock. So what I figure is that since that's the time frame I'm on, I'll jump up at 2 o'clock like I do, jump up at two something, shoot some quick footage, some quick content for the YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and then I'll get my listings done. And I could have my listings done by 7 or 8 in the morning. And then if I wanted to take a nap, I can jump down and take a nap to about 10. Then I could jump out and work on my other businesses and do it like that. So we'll play and see. We'll see what it looks like. But the way that I'm planning on doing it is, like, my day might start at 2:30 in the morning, and it'll go all the way until like when Heather and them gets home. Like on days they're home and they don't have to do anything, I'll probably shut off everything and stop everything around 5. Then I can spend time with the family till about 9 or something like that, 8 or 9, and then I could jump into bed and go ahead and get sleep so I can get up early. Now on days that they do have things, because like Max got Boy Scouts, we do church one night, and they got a couple other things they do on days that they gonna be gone completely. What I'll do is I'll work all the way until that 9 o'clock, and that will allow me to throw some extra hours at the e-commerce business. Like if I do that 2 or say even 3 days out the week, that's another 15 hours, almost another 12 to 15 hours that I could apply to the business. Yeah, we're gonna see what it does, guys. So hope you guys have come along with the journey. If you have any questions, just go ahead and shoot me a DM or leave it in the comment section, and we're gonna see what it does. I'm actually supposed to go down in the warehouse right now. Um, yeah, I was gonna jump out and do some work in my carrier service today, but I said, no, I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna go do this listings. So I'm gonna try to put about 5 hours in the warehouse downstairs today, and then just see what that looks like. I'm gonna take some pictures, shoot some footage on there, and show you guys. Let me show you guys something too. Let me show you this right here. This is something I sold the other day. This is why I like this business kind of. All right, so this is an Adidas Oklahoma City Thunder basketball shorts. Now I have to get in and look. I can't really remember when I first listed these, but on something like this, it's so lightweight. I only spent probably about 75 cents to $1 on this. And I know this have sat in my store for at least 8 months. It might have been longer, and it's sold. And see, the whole key with what I'm doing, like running my store like I do, is that it's like a machine when you set it up right. You know, when you figure out your product mix and how to buy the right way, what you need to buy, and you done sold enough like I have, I know what sells. All right, you know how to price it. Then what you have to do is the machine part is that you have to get in there daily and you have to keep those listings fed in there daily. Now, the way eBay's algorithm works is if you stop listing for a day or two, your traffic go. If you stop for a week, your store can be tanked. Now imagine, guys, I haven't listed really anything I know in 8 months, 9 months. But even before then, I had only listed a few times in 2023. So my traffic is dead to my store. But even though it's dead, I have sold an item here and there. I still sell a few items here and there. All right. But imagine what it's going to be like once I wake it back up. So that's the thing. So the whole key with this is, like, if I wanted to scale this, if I wanted to go big with this, what I would do is I would put my head down and I would maybe go like these 5 hours, like I'm talking about, and I would just work on getting my store going. All right. And then once that's going, if I figured that I wanted to do more time, I would add more time. But the thing is not to add more time. I do those 5 hours, then take some of the money I'm making in some of my other businesses and maybe use that to bring on somebody part-time to do listings and photos and things like that, to scale that way. All right. Or the other thing to do is, and this is something that I thought about doing too, is that I can go, you know, I can sell what I need to sell right now to get the store going and just fast do volume. All right. But as I get going, move to that higher end sale, you know, where I'm selling things for $50, $75, $100 more than $20 average. You follow what I'm saying? More meat on the bones, more profit. So that means that I need less inventory to make more. And so we'll play with it and see. We'll play with it and see. But like that item I just showed you guys, man, this item I know sat in my store for at least 8 months. And I picked it up. It sold. You just can't beat taking $1 and turning it into 18. You know, even like I charge $6 shipping. It's only going to cost me about $5 to ship that. So what they're paying for shipping, they pay $5.99. It's going to pay for the cost of the item and the shipping. And then eBay is going to take about $5. So I'm still going to have 13 net profit off that item. That's why you can't beat this, guys. Orville J. Parker, aka Coach. You've been checking out Trade Hippo TV. If you haven't went to go check out my store, I'm gonna leave the link where this video is. Go check out the store. If you see something you like, that's cool. Go ahead and buy it, guys, because we do what we call one-offs. We don't sell as far as a lot of the same items. We don't buy wholesale. You know, we're hand picking, you know, so we're going out there to our sources, digging through things, finding that one item, that 2 items, things like that. And so when you see it, you got to buy it, guys. You got to buy it. I sell gently used vintage apparel. I sell everything from Polo Ralph Lauren to Nike to Patagonia, the North Face, LL Bean, Eddie Bauer, Levi's, a lot of vintage brands like Rockaware, Shine John. It's a lot of cool stuff, guys. Go over to the site. Go over to the site. Check it out. Keep your eyes on the page. You're going to see a lot more content coming down the pipeline as I start waking this thing up. All right, Orville J. Parker, aka Coach. I'll catch you guys on this video. God bless.